Casino gambling in Texas. Could this be the year Texas cashes in? With the state government facing a cash shortfall, lawmakers might be more receptive to an industry that could help offset those losses. But don't bet on it just yet. KFDM's Angel San Juan joins us tonight in the studio on why, even if citizens in Texas want them, casinos might still not be allowed in the Lone Star State.
We've learned through our investigation that whether or not we have casino gambling is not really up to Texas citizens. It appears out-of-state forces carry much more weight, with our elected leaders spending millions of dollars to influence them. The past few weeks have shown just how much Texans love their games of chance. Large jackpots for both the Mega Millions and the Powerball lotteries enticed many to open their wallets and spend some cash with the hopes of hitting it big and winning a lot more money. As we witnessed firsthand in Jefferson County, not even a pandemic prevented Southeast Texans from rushing to the stores for tickets.
A friend of mine called me last night and said, I'm going to get my ticket. Never gamble, never buy tickets. But when it gets up that high, everybody feels lucky.
And money spent on the lottery ends up in state coffers at a time when Texas government is cash-strapped because of COVID-19's impact on the economy.
Yeah, it'll help us a lot. That was my whole drive for trying to bring it here. You know, horse racing is just a carrot we're waving to try and get gaming here.
Jefferson County Commissioner Michael Senegal was one of the main proponents of bringing horse racing to our area.
I mean, that's funding that can go to the state to try and ease maybe windstorm and flooding and just diversify, plus employment, diversify our economy.
A majority of voters agreed with Commissioner Senegal in a November 2019 election, paving the way for horse racing to eventually become a reality here at Ford Park. But the big prize of casino gambling remains out of reach in the Lone Star State.
This is still the Bible Belt, and a lot of people for religious reasons don't accept gambling, even though it goes on just the same all over us, even from the game rooms to the little back in the alley, back door kind of operations that are set up. We still got it anyway. So why don't we do it in such a way that brings more money to the state of Texas, especially during this crunch that we're in? And why can't we also do it to stop a lot of that traffic going to Louisiana, Mississippi, and other places, and keep that money right here and keep people here? That builds your own state up. I don't believe in building up somebody else's house till I get mine right.
John Beard is a former Port Arthur City Councilman and chairman of the Pleasure Island Commission. He has a long history of advocating for casino gambling in Texas. He and Commissioner Senegal believe Southeast Texas is losing big time, while out-of-state communities are cashing in on our dollars.
We're losing so much money in Louisiana, Oklahoma, every state around has gambling.
While the state of Texas might be losing dollars, Texas politicians and their campaigns are not.
That's the problem, and what we have to do is start looking into and investigating where their source of money from. The old saying, follow the money, applies here. When you see where the money comes from that supports these people that are against things that are for Texans, whether they are conservative or Democrat or whatever, then it tells you, it's a telltale sign of just where their interests lie. And a lot of times that money buys more interest than the voting box.
We took Beard's advice to follow the money, requesting records from the Texas Ethics Commission and compiling documents from the Center for Responsive Government, detailing the amount of money lobbyists for out-of-state gaming interests spend to influence our state leaders. Records show these outside groups have made $7.4 million in campaign contributions to Texas politicians. Our research shows Senator John Cornyn ranks fourth among Senate candidates receiving donations from casino gambling interests, and reports filed with the Texas Ethics Commission show Governor Greg Abbott getting at least $1.2 million from gaming interests outside of Texas since 2008.
I hope the almighty dollar is not driving the opposition to gaming in Texas.
But that does appear to be the case. For example, the Alabama Coushatta tribe operates the Noscala Gaming Center. The electronic bingo facility between Woodville and Livingston has had a major positive economic impact on the region. But the tribe is fighting to keep it open because of conflicting congressional statutes on its legality. There is legislation that would remedy the situation and effectively stop the state's ongoing legal efforts to shut Noscala down. But Senator Cornyn has held up the bill, telling a Senate committee not to hold a hearing on it. Sifting through lists of campaign contributions, we've learned two Native American tribes in Oklahoma, the Choctaw Nation and the Chickasaw Nation, have been major contributors to Texas politicians. Both tribes have casinos in Oklahoma. The Chickasaws have donated to Cornyn, and the Choctaws have consistently donated to Governor Abbott's campaign.
Politics is a very conflicted game sometimes. Occasionally people take positions that are opposite of those of the people that they represent. But that's why we have to be involved and engaged to make sure that we keep them honest and keep them on their game.
Our research also reveals there are former staff members who worked for Cornyn and Abbott and now lobby on behalf of out-of-state gaming interests, like Boyd Gaming, which owns casinos in neighboring Louisiana, and also for the Chickasaw Nation. Lobbying efforts, Beard says, are propping up the economies of other states at the expense of Texans.
From New Mexico to Oklahoma to Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, all of them would come here. So why don't we have it?
But the tide may be shifting in the other direction. Last year, Las Vegas casino billionaire Sheldon Adelson and his wife Miriam spent $4.5 million to help Republicans keep control of the Texas House. The conventional wisdom is that the couple is embarking on an all-out push to legalize casino gambling in Texas. Adelson's corporation, Las Vegas Sands, also started hiring some of the most powerful, well-connected lobbyists in Austin. However, Mr. Adelson died earlier this month, so what happens now is not known. Tiffany?